A new report this week from ATTOM Data Solutions shows that Florida leads the country when it comes to the worst foreclosure rate in the United States. It's one in every 1,829 units. And there are several Florida cities with the worst foreclosure rates, and unfortunately Orlando comes in at number 3. So joining us to talk about that and also the state of the housing market in our area is Lawrence Bellido. He's the 2025 president of the Orlando Regional Realtor Association, and he joins us live now via Zoom. And Lawrence, always good talking with you. We appreciate you joining us here on Fox 35 News Plus this morning.
Thank you for having me, Garrett. It's always great to be back.
First, I just want to start and get your reaction to hearing this. Does this surprise you that Florida has the worst foreclosure rate in the country?
It does surprise me because we're still holding steady with our sales. And to hear that there's a rise in foreclosures, it could be a little normal depending on a homeowner's situation, whether it was from a loss of employment, maybe a separation, or any factor that could have affected their lifestyle.
Why do you think that? Why do you think that is, that we're seeing more in Florida than anywhere else? Anything in particular that stands out?
It could be just the influx of people that we had moving here to Florida, buying up all the inventory during the COVID years, and then most people leaving back to go back to their states, or any factors can play to the rise. But again, it always depends on the person's scenario, whether it could have been their loss of employment, or a passing in the family, or whoever was a co-borrower is just not there anymore. So there could be just so many factors that could be playing into this number now.
The cities with the highest rates: Tampa, Jacksonville, and Orlando. Your reaction to that?
Surprising, actually, because those are very hot spots, very popular areas that everyone's coming down to live in, and people love Tampa. Because it's so close to the coast. Everybody loves Central Florida because just there's so much opportunity, and the same for Jacksonville. There's just so much growth. So to hear these numbers are growing in foreclosures seem normal, and at the same time, I don't see it going any further than that. Just because we have such a great state to live in. We still have lower taxes than all across the states, and we still, in general, offer so much opportunities for businesses to come down here to open up their business and get things started. It's a great place. We removed the business tax from commercial properties, and now we have just so much opportunities once again.
Do you think this says anything about this? There's been a lot of talk about property insurance and and property taxes as well. Do you think that plays a role in some of this?
Absolutely. And the good news about property insurance is, from my insurance contacts, they're telling me that they're starting to balance out. So we're seeing more insurance companies coming back and making insurances much more affordable than before, where they were skyrocketing and leaving the area. It looks like they're starting to balance out a little bit and softening up on their insurance policies.
Well, and that's encouraging, because that's something that I'm sure when realtors are working with buyers, that has to be part of the discussion and the consideration of what you can afford.
Absolutely. And we always want to make sure that items are insurable. The biggest things that the insurance companies are looking at are always the roof, the age of the roof, the age of the air conditioner, and the age of the water heater. Those are the big 3 ticket items that they're always looking at to make sure that it's not past its life expectancy, and then have to replace it once they get the new insurances bound when the homeowner purchases. So that's one of the biggest things that they're looking at. But again, they're becoming much more flexible when it comes to approving these policies for the homeowner.
Now let's talk about the Orlando housing market right now. I know the ORRA just released its October inventory report. What were some of the takeaways, and how are things looking here in the housing market in our area right now in Central Florida?
It looks much more stable. We've been at the same pattern the whole year. The median price is still at $380,000, and we're still looking at about 5.5 months of inventory. And we always say that the 6 months of balance is a balanced market for everyone. When there's 6 months of supply for listings, then that means it's a balanced market for buyers and sellers. And it's taking about roughly 77 to 80 days to get a property sold, or to at least go under contract.
but you're also seeing more homes for sale and more new homes listed, more new contracts as well compared to last year. So we're still seeing things go through.
Absolutely, which is a blessing because we're seeing so many people still moving down to Central Florida. We're still seeing about 1,000 per week, and that right there is it's what's affecting the inventory. So that is keeping the inventory so balanced right now. Just the influx of people moving to our beautiful state.
What is the outlook for the next little bit here in our area? What are you kind of keeping an eye on when it comes to trends?
What I'm keeping an eye on is the growth potential for all the cities. And currently we're at around 6% in interest rates. So we're going to see more buyers getting out there, getting off the fence and jumping on the opportunity to purchase their first home or maybe upgrade to the next big home that they want. So we're going to see some more inventory coming to the market, but at the same time, getting bought up by buyers. So the sellers need to price their home appropriately so they can get their home sold to the right buyer.
Right, Lawrence Bellido, 2025 president of the Orlando Regional Realtors Association. Always good talking with you. We appreciate your perspective here, and thanks for joining us here today.
Always a pleasure. Thank you for having me.